Over 60. This one exercise can change your life. For those individuals who have reached the age of 60 and beyond, and who have long held the belief that walking stands as the paramount exercise for their physical well being, it is time to pause and truly absorb the insights that are about to be unveiled. The information presented here has the profound potential to fundamentally alter your perspective on your health, your inherent strength, your vitality, and even the very trajectory of your lifespan. For an extended period, the prevailing wisdom has underscored walking as the safest, most judicious, and remarkably effective method for maintaining an active lifestyle as one gracefully navigates the later stages of life. While walking undeniably remains a beneficial activity, a confluence of recent scientific discoveries and compelling real world evidence now points towards a singular, deceptively simple exercise that demonstrably surpasses walking in its efficacy for individuals over the age of 60. Alarmingly, this potent movement is currently being neglected by a vast majority of seniors. The startling revelation is that this one fundamental action possesses the remarkable capacity to not only regenerate your musculature, but also to safeguard your joints, enhance your equilibrium, fortify your cardiovascular system, sharpen your cognitive functions, and significantly mitigate your susceptibility to falls, debilitating physical limitations, and even premature mortality. The most encouraging aspect of this discovery is its accessibility. No specialized gym is required, nor are any expensive pieces of equipment. Furthermore, there is no prerequisite level of physical fitness needed to commence. All that is truly essential are a few moments each day and the provision of correct, actionable guidance. Today, that very guidance will be meticulously provided. Welcome, dear friend, to this digital sanctuary. For newcomers to this platform, consider this your central hub for authentic, uncomplicated, and scientifically validated health and fitness strategies designed to cultivate strength, enduring energy, and a life of continued independence for those over 50 and indeed for all who seek it. And for those returning, your presence is deeply cherished and profoundly appreciated. The subject we are about to explore is of utmost importance for anyone aspiring to age with grace and robust health. Therefore, a strong recommendation is made to engage with this video in its entirety, as it will not only reveal the single exercise that outshines walking for the over 60 demographic, but will also offer precise instructions on how to perform it safely, the optimal frequency for its execution, and practical methods for integrating it seamlessly into your daily regimen, even if you are currently contending with knee discomfort, back issues, or a general lack of energy. Now, let us engage in a candid reflection. Do you ever experience the persistent sensation that, irrespective of how much you walk, your legs continue to feel weak, your sense of balance remains precarious, and your stamina simply has not rebounded to its former levels? You are most certainly not alone in this experience. Millions of seniors diligently engage in daily walks, yet continue to grapple with the pervasive challenges of muscle atrophy, suboptimal posture, persistent joint pain, and pervasive fatigue. The underlying reason for this predicament is remarkably straightforward. Walking is fundamentally a form of locomotion that predominantly engages a consistent, albeit limited, set of muscles in a repetitive manner. Crucially, it offers minimal benefit in combating age-related muscle deterioration, a condition scientifically known as sarcopenia. As individuals surpass the age of 60, the natural rate at which muscle mass diminishes accelerates, and without a deliberate effort to actively challenge the body, the capacity for muscle regeneration lags behind. It is imperative to understand that muscle is not merely an aesthetic attribute, it is the very essence of functional living. Muscle tissue plays a vital role in protecting your joints, maintaining stable blood glucose levels, providing crucial support for your skeletal structure, and most importantly, enabling you to move freely, react swiftly, and preserve your autonomy. Here is a profound insight that eludes the awareness of many. The most significant determinant of whether you will retain your independence in your 70s, 80s, and beyond is not your body weight, nor is it your cholesterol levels, and indeed, it is not even the number of steps you accumulate daily. Instead, it is directly correlated with the inherent strength of your leg muscles, the steadiness of your equilibrium, and the celerity with which you can transition from a seated position to a standing one. This brings us directly to the singular exercise that offers superior benefits to walking for individuals over the age of 60. That exercise is none other than the elegantly simple, remarkably potent, and profoundly life altering movement known as the chair squat. Yes, you have heard that correctly. The act of rising to a standing position and returning to a seated posture from a chair, when executed with the proper technique, represents one of the most impactful exercises available to seniors globally. While its appearance may be unassuming, it meticulously activates the largest muscle groups in your entire body, encompassing your quadriceps, hamstrings, gluteal muscles, core musculature, and the muscles of your lower back. These are precisely the muscle groups that are indispensable for fundamental activities such as ambulation, ascending staircases, rising from your bed, transporting shopping bags, and critically, preventing the devastating consequences of falls. In stark contrast to walking, which tends to become less demanding over time as the body adapts, chair squats continue to provide a consistent and challenging stimulus in a safe and controlled environment, thereby actively building strength rather than merely preserving existing levels of movement. Allow me to paint a vivid mental image for you. On each occasion that you ascend from a seated position, you are, in essence, lifting nearly your entire body weight against the relentless force of gravity. This constitutes genuine functional strength training. Walking, conversely, supports only a fraction of your body weight, as one of your feet remains in contact with the ground at all times. This fundamental biomechanical difference explains why an individual might walk daily, yet still struggle to extricate themselves from a low slung chair. This is not an indication of laziness. Rather, it highlights the inadequacy of walking alone to adequately train the muscles in a manner that truly reflects the demands of everyday life. Now, before apprehension sets in with the thought, am I too old for this? Or will my knees be able to tolerate this? Please allow me to offer a deep sense of reassurance. When performed with correct form and technique, the chair squat stands as one of the safest exercises that can be undertaken. In fact, physical therapists worldwide frequently incorporate it as a foundational movement within rehabilitation protocols for the express purpose of fall prevention and to promote long term mobility. The intrinsic safety of this exercise lies in your complete control over the depth of the movement, the pace at which it is executed, and the unwavering presence of the chair behind you for inherent support. It is an exercise that adapts perfectly to your current physical condition, meeting you precisely where you are. To execute this exercise with optimal safety, begin by positioning yourself on the forward edge of a sturdy chair. Ensure your feet are planted firmly on the floor, spaced approximately shoulder width apart. Maintain an upright posture with your chest held tall, your shoulders relaxed, and your gaze directed forward. Initiate a subtle forward inclination, pivoting gently from your hips. With deliberate force, press through your heels, engaging your leg muscles, and slowly ascend to a standing position. It is crucial to avoid fully locking your knees at the apex of the movement. Subsequently, with measured control, bend your hips and knees, smoothly lowering your body back down until you make a gentle contact with the chair. This entire sequence constitutes a single effective repetition. Should you require initial assistance, do not hesitate to lightly place your hands on the armrests for stability. As your strength progressively increases, you may opt to cross your arms over your chest, further challenging your core and leg muscles. Now, let me share a profoundly impactful finding. Research unequivocally demonstrates that seniors who are capable of performing a greater number of site to stand repetitions within a 30-second time frame tend to live longer, experience fewer falls, and maintain a higher degree of independence compared to those who cannot achieve the same metric. This singular movement serves as a remarkably accurate indicator of your biological age, surpassing the diagnostic capabilities of many conventional medical tests. Such is the profound significance of this exercise. The benefits, however, extend far beyond the development of leg strength. Through the regular practice of this movement, your heart is compelled to work more vigorously, your circulatory system experiences enhanced efficiency, your body's oxygen delivery system is optimized, and your metabolic processes become more finely tuned. The cumulative effect of these physiological adaptations translates into superior endurance, elevated energy levels, and a more robust cardiovascular health profile than can typically be achieved through walking alone. In essence, you are not merely fortifying your muscles, you are invigorating your entire physiological system. And here is an even more compelling piece of information. When you subject your muscles to the challenge of resistance based exercises, your body releases potent biochemical compounds known as myokines. These act as minuscule signaling molecules that circulate throughout your bloodstream, playing a crucial role in reducing inflammation, improving insulin sensitivity, bolstering brain health, and even providing a protective shield against certain chronic ailments. While walking does contribute to the production of some of these beneficial substances, resistance focused movements like chair squats elicit a significantly more pronounced and impactful response. Let us also address the critical issue of balance. Falls represent one of the most significant threats to an individual's independence after the age of 60. A single fall can irrevocably alter the course of a person's life. Chair squats, by their very nature, actively train your balance, enhance your coordination, and refine your body's ability to maintain stability under realistic everyday conditions. Each instance of standing up and sitting down with controlled deliberateness serves to retrain your nervous system, teaching it to effectively keep you steady and upright. This is precisely the skill set required to avert the dangers of falls. You might now be pondering the optimal frequency and the appropriate number of repetitions to commence with. The answer is both simple and remarkably flexible. Begin with a volume that you can comfortably and safely manage. For some, this might translate to 5 repetitions, while for others, it could be 10 or even 15. The ultimate objective is to feel your muscles engaged without experiencing any discomfort or pain in your joints. Aim to perform this exercise once daily, or at the very least, 3 to 4 times per week. As your strength steadily improves over time, you can gradually increase the number of repetitions, or alternatively, prolong the duration of the lowering phase of the movement to introduce a greater level of challenge. Allow me to impart a deeply encouraging observation. I have personally witnessed individuals in their 70s and even their 80s who initially struggled to rise from a chair without resorting to the use of both hands for assistance. Within a mere matter of weeks, through consistent practice of this singular movement, they were able to stand up smoothly, walk with an enhanced sense of confidence, and experience a rejuvenation in their physical selves that had been absent for years. This endeavor is not about aspiring to athletic prowess. It is fundamentally about safeguarding your personal freedom and autonomy. It is important to acknowledge that walking continues to hold significant value in a comprehensive fitness plan. It offers substantial benefits for mental well being, circulatory health, and gentle cardiovascular conditioning. However, if walking constitutes the sole form of exercise you undertake, you are inadvertently omitting the most critical component of the aging puzzle, and that component is strength. Without adequate strength, the simple act of movement becomes increasingly arduous. Without sufficient strength, balance inevitably deteriorates. And without enduring strength, independence gradually wanes. This, in essence, is precisely why this one deceptively simple exercise surpasses walking alone in its benefits for individuals over the age of 60. Now, let us maintain a clear and responsible approach to this discussion. If you are experiencing severe joint pain, have recently undergone surgery, or have a significant underlying medical condition, it is absolutely imperative to consult with your physician or a qualified physical therapist before embarking on any new exercise regimen. Your safety must always take precedence. Never attempt to push through sharp or intense pain. Mild muscle fatigue is a normal physiological response, but pain is an unmistakable signal that something is amiss. As we continue to delve deeper into this topic, I will demonstrate how to amplify the effectiveness of this exercise through subtle variations that can be performed conveniently at home. We will also explore strategies for integrating it with your walking routine to achieve maximum synergistic results. and how dedicating just 5 minutes each day can fundamentally transform the way your body feels within a mere 30 days. Rest assured, this is information you will not want to miss. Before we proceed further, if you are finding this information beneficial and insightful, please take a single second right now to tap the like button. This simple action significantly aids this channel in reaching a wider audience of individuals who can benefit from this vital message. Furthermore, if you are committed to receiving more straightforward, life altering guidance on health and fitness for robust aging, ensure that you subscribe to the channel and activate the notification bell to guarantee that you are promptly alerted to every new video upload. Now, let us collectively take a deep, calming breath. Gently release the tension in your shoulders and hold on to this profound truth. Your chronological age does not dictate your physical capabilities. Your past experiences do not impose limitations on your future potential, and your body possesses an extraordinary capacity for improvement when provided with the appropriate movements, consistent effort, and unwavering belief in its ability to adapt and grow stronger. Let us now delve more profoundly into the intricacies of why this unassuming chair based movement is so exceptionally powerful and how it can genuinely revolutionize your physical sensations on a day to day basis. You see, as we transition into the sixth decade of life and beyond, our bodies undergo specific and predictable physiological changes. Hormone levels gradually decline, nerve signal transmission becomes incrementally slower, and muscle fibers, if not adequately challenged, begin to diminish in size. It is crucial to understand that these are not indicators of your body's failure. They are simply inherent aspects of the biological aging process. However, here lies a beautifully empowering truth that is often overlooked. Your body retains a remarkable responsiveness to strength building stimuli even at the age of 60, 70, or indeed 80, much like it did during your younger years. The response may manifest with a slightly diminished speed, but the capacity for adaptation and growth remains potent. The chair squat directly engages this innate biological mechanism for rebuilding and rejuvenation. Each deliberate act of slowly lowering yourself and then powerfully propelling your body back to a standing position sends a potent signal through your muscular system and to your brain, effectively communicating, we still require strength, we still need power, we still value coordination, and your body diligently responds to this imperative by regenerating muscle fibers, strengthening the neural pathways that connect your nerves to your muscles, and optimizing the biomechanical function of your joints. Walking in its singular forward focused motion simply does not convey this vital strength building message with the requisite intensity. Allow me to invite you to engage your imagination for a moment. Envision waking up each morning and smoothly rising from your bed without experiencing stiffness or a sense of instability. Picture yourself effortlessly ascending from a chair without the necessity of pushing off with your hands. Imagine climbing a flight of stairs without feeling the need to gasp for breath. These are not aspirational fantasies. They are the direct and tangible outcomes of cultivating a modest increase in strength within your legs, hips, and core musculature. This single foundational movement adeptly trains all of these critical areas concurrently in the most practical and functional manner imaginable. Now, let us address a matter of profound importance that is seldom discussed with candor: the pervasive fear of falling. Many individuals over the age of 60 actively, albeit often unconsciously, curtail their movements due to an underlying apprehension. They harbor fears of slipping, of losing their equilibrium, or of being unable to regain their footing. When fear infiltrates the physical body, it invariably leads to a reduction in movement. A decrease in movement, in turn, exacerbates weakness. And as weakness amplifies, the actual risk of experiencing a fall becomes demonstrably higher. This establishes a detrimental and self perpetuating cycle. The chair squat effectively dismantles this cycle by providing a safe and controlled environment for practice. You are, in essence, rehearsing the exact motor skill your body needs to safely and effectively transition from a lower position to an upright one, all within a protected and supportive framework. With each successful repetition, your self assurance not only grows, but does so in direct correlation with your increasing physical strength. Allow me to further elucidate why this exercise is so remarkably gentle on your joints when performed correctly. As you systematically lower yourself with controlled momentum, your muscles effectively absorb the majority of the load, thereby mitigating the direct impact on your knee and hip joints. This stands in stark contrast to activities that involve jarring impacts, abrupt twisting motions, or forceful ground contact. You are actively building strength without subjecting your body to undue shock or strain. This is precisely the type of training that aging joints require. Now, I anticipate that some of you listening may be thinking, that sounds promising, but my knees are already sensitive, or my lower back consistently bothers me, or perhaps I've been largely inactive for many years. I want to assure you that these concerns are entirely valid. Your body carries a unique history, but that history does not need to dictate your future capabilities. If your knees exhibit sensitivity, the simple solution is to reduce the depth of your squat, moving only through a range that feels comfortable and pain free. If your back feels stiff, focus on maintaining an upright chest and executing your movements with deliberate slowness. If you have been inactive for an extended period, begin with a modest number of repetitions, perhaps just 3 or 4. The true power of this exercise does not reside in performing a high volume of repetitions. Rather, it is found in the consistent and dedicated execution of the movement. Consistency is the transformative agent for the body, far more so than intensity or the pursuit of absolute perfection. 5 minutes of focused effort performed almost every day will invariably yield superior results compared to a single, highly intense workout undertaken sporadically. Your muscles are most receptive to frequent, gentle affirmations that their function and strength are still vitally important. Let us also address the often overlooked aspect of breathing, which serves as another hidden key to maximizing the effectiveness of this exercise. As you ascend from the chair, exhale gently through your mouth. As you lower yourself back down, inhale slowly through your nose. This specific breathing pattern is instrumental in stabilizing your core musculature, providing crucial support to your spinal column, and maintaining a more balanced blood pressure throughout the movement. Now consider how you might seamlessly integrate this practice into an activity you already perform daily. For instance, you could perform your chair squats immediately before preparing breakfast, while waiting for water to boil, or during a commercial break while watching television. When exercise becomes an intrinsic part of your established routine, rather than a separate task demanding conscious effort to remember, it transforms into an effortless habit. And when a habit becomes effortless, it invariably becomes permanent. Furthermore, there is a profound emotional dimension to this movement that warrants exploration. Candidly speaking, as we age, a disheartening number of individuals experience a gradual constriction of their world. Certain activities become prohibitively difficult, specific destinations feel increasingly distant, and subtly, almost imperceptibly, life itself begins to feel smaller. Cultivating physical strength serves as a powerful antidote to this emotional contraction. When your body regains a sense of capability, your mind reopens to possibilities. You become more inclined to venture out, to connect with others, to explore new horizons, and to embrace new experiences. Physical fortitude directly nourishes emotional resilience. This interconnectedness is both real and remarkably potent. Allow me to share a straightforward method for advancing this exercise once your body has become more accustomed to it after a few weeks. There is no need for external weights or specialized equipment. The progression lies in simply extending the duration of the lowering phase. Instead of sitting down at a normal pace, deliberately lower yourself over a period of 3 slow seconds. Count 1, 2, 3, then stand back up. This extended, controlled descent creates a potent stimulus for muscle growth and enhances joint control, all while maintaining an exceptionally high level of safety. Another gentle yet effective progression involves introducing a brief pause of 1 second just above the chair before initiating the descent. That fleeting pause compels your muscles to engage more intensely, to maintain control over your body's momentum. These seemingly minor adjustments, when applied consistently, pave the way for significant long term improvements. Now, let us reintroduce walking into the equation, but this time with a more enlightened perspective. Walking continues to be an invaluable activity for the health of your heart, the efficiency of your circulation, the elevation of your mood, and the clarity of your mental focus. However, walking should serve as a complementary activity that supports your strength training rather than acting as a substitute for it. Consider walking as nourishment for your cardiovascular system and chair squats as vital sustenance for your muscles and bones. Together, they form a comprehensive and balanced approach to achieving healthy aging. It is entirely possible that you are already incorporating daily walks into your routine, which is an excellent starting point. Simply integrate this singular movement either before or after your walk, and you will begin to experience a discernible difference within a matter of weeks. You will likely notice enhanced stability, a greater sense of power in your strides, reduced fatigue when standing for extended periods, and an overall increase in confidence in your physical capabilities. At this juncture, I wish to gently reiterate a point of immense importance. You are not fundamentally broken. You are not inherently fragile. You are not irrevocably too old. Your body possesses an extraordinary capacity for adaptation. It is an intelligent system, inherently programmed to heal and to grow stronger, but its ability to do so is entirely dependent on the signals you actively provide it. This simple daily movement unequivocally communicates to your body that strength remains a vital requirement for optimal functioning. Permit me to address those who may be listening and experiencing feelings of discouragement regarding their current health status. Perhaps you have attempted exercise programs in the past without achieving the desired outcomes. It is possible that pain served as an insurmountable barrier. Life's myriad demands may have intervened, or perhaps motivation simply waned. The truth is, none of those past circumstances hold any relevance for your present and future actions. What truly matters is the conscious decision you make moving forward. And your immediate next step does not need to be an overwhelming undertaking. Your subsequent action can be as uncomplicated as rising from a chair 5 times today, doing so with deliberate care and intentionality. True progress is not born from grand, dramatic gestures. Rather, it emerges from quiet, consistent decisions that are repeated daily. As you continue to practice this movement, you may begin to notice subtle, incremental changes before you perceive any significant transformations. You might experience a slightly greater sense of steadiness when you walk. You may observe that you rely less on grasping furniture for support. You might feel a discernible reduction in fatigue at the end of the day. These are all positive indicators that your body is actively responding and adapting. Embrace and celebrate these small victories, for they represent the foundational building blocks of lasting physiological transformation. In the upcoming segment of this video, I will guide you through the process of consolidating this single, simple exercise into a complete 5-minute daily routine that effectively targets your legs, hips, and balance, all without the necessity of descending to the floor. I will also reveal a common, yet often unrecognized mistake that inadvertently sabotages the progress of many individuals, and provide you with precise instructions on how to circumvent it, ensuring that your diligent efforts are not in vain. However, before we transition to that next phase, I am eager to hear from you. In the comment section below, please share your age and indicate whether you currently incorporate any form of strength training into your routine, or if walking has primarily been your chosen mode of physical activity. I personally review every single comment, and your valuable feedback plays a crucial role in shaping the direction of future video content for this supportive community. Furthermore, if this message is resonating deeply with you, if it is instilling a sense of hope, and if it is enabling you to perceive your body in a refreshed and empowered light, I wholeheartedly invite you to subscribe to the channel and become an integral part of this expanding community dedicated to achieving strong, confident, and healthy aging. And please, do not forget to gently tap the like button, as each like signals to the platform that this important message should be made visible to a greater number of individuals who could truly benefit from it. Take another deep, conscious breath. Relax your jaw, releasing any tension. Allow your shoulders to drop, signaling a state of ease. Remember this: you are performing far better than you may perceive, and it is unequivocally never too late to cultivate greater strength than you possessed yesterday. We will continue to build upon this foundation in the subsequent part of our discussion, and I assure you that the forthcoming content will render the application of these principles even more effortless within the context of your daily life.